Let me ask you a simple but deeply personal question. When was the last time you had a full, restful night of sleep? Not just lying in bed with your eyes closed, but actually drifting off peacefully, staying asleep through the night, and waking up feeling truly refreshed. If you're over 60 and you're finding that deep rest has become a rare luxury, something you used to enjoy but can't seem to reach anymore, you are not alone. And more importantly, there's something you can do about it. And yes, it may begin with something as surprising as humble and as powerful as garlic. As a physician and researcher, I've spent decades studying how the body heals itself. And what I've found, time and again, is that many of the most powerful tools for health and restoration aren't found in pills or procedures. They're found in everyday foods. Foods we walk past in the grocery store every single day. Garlic is one of those foods. It's not just a flavor in your kitchen, it's a healing agent in your body. And today, I want to show you exactly how it can help restore your sleep, especially if you're someone who tosses and turns, who wakes up at 2 a.m. and stares at the ceiling, who lies awake while the world around you rests. You deserve better. You deserve rest. And it turns out, your body may already have the ability to heal the very systems that keep you awake at night. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the science-backed connection between garlic and sleep, and exactly how seniors, especially those over 60, can use it in a specific way to promote deeper, more restorative sleep within just a few nights. And yes, we'll also talk about how this connects to your heart, your brain, your digestion, your metabolism, and your immune system, because the body doesn't heal in isolation. Everything is connected. I want you to stay with me through this entire video, because I'm not just going to share quick fixes or trendy advice. What I'm going to do is open the door to real understanding, so that by the end of this video, you will walk away with real tools, a real plan, and a new sense of control over your sleep and your health. This isn't just about garlic. This is about giving your body what it needs to heal itself from the inside out. And it starts tonight. As we age, many things about our health begin to shift. Some of those changes are visible. We notice changes in our skin, our muscles, or our strength. But other changes happen silently, deep inside the body, and one of the most overlooked yet critical changes happens in the way our brain and body regulate sleep. If you've noticed that falling asleep takes longer, that you wake up more often during the night, or that your sleep just doesn't feel as restorative as it once did, that's not your imagination, it's biology. After age 50, and especially after 60, our brain naturally produces less of the sleep-regulating hormone called melatonin. This is one of the key signals that helps us fall asleep, stay asleep, and cycle through deep restorative stages of sleep. As melatonin levels decline, our sleep becomes lighter, shorter, and more fragmented. But there's more to the story. Because aging also changes our core body temperature rhythms, our nighttime blood pressure, our nighttime heart rate, and even our brain's ability to enter and sustain deep, slow-wave sleep. Add to that the fact that many seniors are also living with chronic inflammation, high blood sugar, elevated cortisol levels, and lower levels of key brain-calming neurotransmitters, and it's no wonder so many people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond find themselves waking up multiple times a night or struggling to fall asleep at all. But here's the good news. Many of these age-related changes aren't fixed in stone. They're modifiable. And one of the most powerful ways to begin shifting your internal chemistry back toward deep, consistent rest is through the right foods, especially at night. And that brings us back to garlic. Now, garlic is one of the oldest known medicinal foods on Earth. Ancient civilizations didn't have the kind of technology we have today, but they instinctively understood that garlic could heal. And in the last several decades, modern science has confirmed just how correct they were. What's most fascinating about garlic is its unique sulfur-based compounds, like allicin, diol disulfide, and S-allyl-cysteine. These are natural, biologically active compounds that begin forming when garlic is crushed, chopped, or chewed. And once inside the body, These compounds have been shown in numerous scientific studies to do something quite extraordinary. They help regulate inflammation. They help calm the nervous system, and they promote the natural production of brain-calming chemicals like GABA, which plays a direct role in helping you fall asleep. GABA, or gamma-aminobutyric acid, is like a natural sedative that your brain makes to slow down neural activity at night. People with healthy GABA levels tend to fall asleep more easily, sleep more deeply, and wake up less often. But in older adults, GABA levels often decline. This can lead to racing thoughts, difficulty winding down, and light, fragmented sleep. Garlic, through its compounds like allicin, has been shown in preliminary studies to enhance GABA signaling in the brain. And not only that, garlic also lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that surges at night and keeps you awake when your mind feels too alert or anxious to rest. By gently reducing cortisol and boosting GABA, garlic can help restore the natural signals that tell your brain and body it's time to rest. But it doesn't stop there. Garlic also supports cardiovascular relaxation, which means it helps your blood vessels relax and expand. This lowers blood pressure naturally and improves nighttime circulation. If you've ever felt restless legs, nighttime tension, or found yourself waking up due to an increased heart rate or tightness in your chest, those are often symptoms of poor nighttime vascular regulation. Garlic has been shown in human studies to help reduce blood pressure, improve endothelial function, and lower systemic inflammation, all of which help create the internal conditions that promote uninterrupted sleep. And here's something many people don't know. Your gut plays a huge role in your sleep quality. The gut is where over 90% of your serotonin is made, and serotonin is the precursor to melatonin. A healthy gut produces more serotonin, which in turn supports stronger melatonin production. And garlic, as it turns out, is a natural prebiotic. It feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut, promoting better gut function, better serotonin production, and ultimately, better melatonin signaling. That means garlic is not just helping your brain directly, it's also helping your gut support the sleep system from the ground up. Now you might be wondering, when should you take it, how much, and what's the safest and most effective way to use garlic to support sleep without side effects or interactions. And I'll walk you through all of that in just a moment. But I want you to understand this first. Garlic is not a magic pill. It doesn't knock you out. It doesn't artificially force your body to sleep. What it does is something far more powerful. It gently supports the systems in your body that are already designed to help you rest. It quiets inflammation. It balances your hormones. It supports your heart and vessels. It calms your brain. And over the course of just a few days, often as little as 3 nights, many people begin noticing that they're falling asleep more easily, waking up less, and feeling more rested in the morning. That's why I recommend garlic, not just for heart health, not just for immune support, but also as a natural aid for restoring deep, peaceful sleep in seniors. Because if your body is able to rest, it can repair, and when it can repair, it can heal. Let's now take a closer look at how to safely and effectively use garlic in a very specific way to get the sleep benefits you're looking for, starting tonight. Now that we understand how garlic works inside the body to support sleep, especially in seniors, let's talk about how to use it properly so that you can begin feeling the benefits within just a few nights. This is not about simply adding more garlic to your dinner or swallowing a supplement. The way garlic is prepared, when it is taken, and how it interacts with your nightly routine can make all the difference between a small benefit and a significant change in your sleep pattern. For garlic to work as a sleep aid, it needs to be prepared in a way that activates its most powerful compound, allicin. Allicin is not present in raw garlic in its original form. It is created only when the garlic is crushed or chopped. Once garlic is cut open, an enzyme called allicin begins transforming allicin into allicin. This process takes about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you want garlic to actually work in your body, especially to calm your nervous system and support deeper sleep, the preparation begins with a simple but important step. You must crush the garlic and let it rest for at least 10 minutes before consuming it. This step cannot be skipped. The next step is choosing the right time. And for sleep purposes, the best time to use garlic is in the evening, about 1 hour before bed. That gives your body time to digest it gently, absorb the bioactive compounds, and begin circulating those compounds through your bloodstream in time for your brain and body to respond naturally. If you take garlic too early in the day, it may not coincide with your brain's melatonin and GABA activity that typically ramps up in the evening. If you take it too late, like right before lying down, it may cause mild indigestion or acid reflux in sensitive individuals. So about 1 hour before bed is the ideal window. Now let's talk about dosage. For most people, one small clove of garlic is enough, not a whole bulb, just one clove. If the clove is very small, you may use two, but more is not necessarily better. In fact, taking too much garlic at once can lead to stomach discomfort or even interfere with medications, especially blood thinners. That's why I always recommend starting low and talking to your doctor first, if you're on medication or managing a health condition. Garlic is powerful, and even though it's natural, it still acts on your body in meaningful ways. So here's how you prepare it. Take one small clove of fresh garlic, peel it, crush it gently with the side of a knife or spoon to activate the enzymes. Let it sit on the counter for 10 to 15 minutes. Then you have two main options. You can swallow it raw, which works best if you finely chop it and place it in a spoonful of honey, or mix it with a little olive oil to soften the taste. Or you can mix it into a calming bedtime tea like warm chamomile or lemon balm, and sip it slowly. This method is gentler on the stomach and combines garlic's benefits with herbal relaxation. Either method is effective, as long as the garlic has been properly activated and taken at the right time. Within 3 nights, many people begin to notice changes. They fall asleep more easily. Their sleep becomes deeper. Nighttime restlessness fades. Morning grogginess decreases. And over time, the cumulative benefits of better sleep begin to ripple through the entire body, lowering blood pressure, balancing blood sugar, supporting immune resilience, and even improving memory and mood. Now it's important to be consistent. Natural remedies like garlic don't work like sleeping pills. They don't knock you out. They work gently, over time, by helping your body do what it's already designed to do. Rest and repair. That's why I recommend using this garlic sleep method every night for at least 1 week before deciding whether it's working for you. And if you feel any discomfort or your body doesn't tolerate raw garlic well, try the warm tea method or speak with your healthcare provider about gentler alternatives like aged garlic extract, which still contains sleep-supporting compounds but is easier on the stomach. I also want to emphasize that sleep is not just about what you eat. Garlic is one important tool, but your overall lifestyle plays a role. Avoiding caffeine late in the day, limiting screen time before bed, keeping your bedroom cool and dark, and sticking to a regular sleep schedule, all of these work together with garlic to support deep, uninterrupted rest. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a foundation of health. And for seniors especially, sleep is what allows the body to maintain its defenses, repair its tissues, regulate hormones, and protect the brain. When you sleep well, your body fights inflammation more effectively. Your heart and blood vessels get a break. Your insulin sensitivity improves. Your brain clears out toxins. And your mood becomes more stable. Deep sleep, especially the kind that lasts through the night without interruption, is like medicine. And the most powerful medicines are often found not in a bottle, but in nature. Garlic, taken the right way at the right time, can become part of your nightly ritual, a small act with a big impact. If you're someone who has struggled with sleep, if you find yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., if you feel tired but wired, restless but exhausted, I want you to know that you're not alone. And I also want you to know that there are safe, natural, and effective options available to you, starting with the food on your plate. So tonight, try this. 1 clove of garlic, crushed, rested for 10 minutes, taken with warm tea or a spoonful of honey. 1 hour before bed. Nothing more, nothing less. And let your body do the rest. Let your brain shift back into its natural rhythm. Let your nervous system quiet down. Let your heart slow. Let the stillness return. Because deep rest is not out of reach. It's closer than you think. And it begins with just one step, one clove, one night at a time. Let's take a moment now to reflect on everything we've talked about, because what you've just learned might seem simple, even ordinary, but the impact it can have on your life is extraordinary. If you're a senior who has struggled for weeks, months, or even years to sleep through the night, if you've tried everything from medications to sleep aids to endless tossing and turning, I want you to pause and take this in. Sometimes healing doesn't begin with something complicated. Sometimes it begins with something as small and unassuming as a single clove of garlic. We've walked through the science, how garlic supports your nervous system, your blood pressure, your circulation, and your natural sleep hormones. We've talked about how it influences your brain's ability to shift into restful states by calming inflammation, supporting nitric oxide, and even gently raising your body's natural GABA levels. We've looked at the right way to prepare it, the timing that matters, and how to take it safely, especially if you're over 60. We've talked about how just one small ritual, crushing a clove, letting it rest, and taking it calmly an hour before bed, can begin rewiring your body's ability to fall into deep, interrupted sleep. Now, I want to leave you with this. You don't have to live in a state of exhaustion. You don't have to accept poor sleep as just another part of aging. And you certainly don't need to feel like you've run out of options, because your body, even now, still remembers how to heal. It remembers how to rest. It knows how to restore, and sometimes all it needs is a gentle nudge, not from a pill, but from nature, from your kitchen, from a food that's been healing people for generations. I hope this empowers you. I hope it gives you the confidence to try something new, something simple, gentle, and rooted in real science. And I hope that when you lay your head down tonight, you do so with peace of mind, knowing that you're not alone and you're not helpless. The answers don't always come in a prescription. Sometimes they're sitting quietly on your counter, just waiting to be rediscovered. If this video helped you understand your sleep better or gave you hope, please consider sharing it with someone you care about. Because we all deserve to sleep well, to wake up refreshed, and to live every day with clarity, energy, and purpose, no matter our age. And if you're ready to take the next step in healing your body through food and science, I'll be right here with you on this journey. Take care of yourself tonight. Crush that clove, sip your tea slowly, breathe deeply, and rest well. Because your best nights and your best days are still ahead.